When I was 14 to 15 years old, I had the worst breakouts of my life. Maybe it was because of puberty or lack of skincare. I would try a lot of home remedies, face masks, and would wash my face regularly, but it still wouldn't work for me. I probably had the worst acne in my whole class. New pimples would pop up every now and then, which made me extremely self-conscious about the way I looked. After that I had enough, so I decided to use the law to rid of my acne and attract clear glowing skin. First, I made a mood board full of pretty models and actresses who had clear skin. I strictly chose those pictures from Pinterest that made me feel really excited instead of choosing random pictures. I would look at my Pinterest board, and after that I would say affirmations like I have the perfect skin, I have clear and glowing skin, I love the way my skin looks, etc. Mind you, I wasn't that regular when it came to doing this. A lot of the times I wouldn't even repeat these affirmations or visualize my skin as clear because for some reason, I find it really hard to visualize. Sometimes I would look at my board and just get that feeling of excitement. I did two more things which I think really solidified and brought my manifestation to life. Firstly, I stopped popping my pimples and stopped obsessing over the way my skin looked in the mirror. I stopped associating with my present reality and occupied myself with other things. Not popping my pimples helped with my acne scars as well. The second thing I did was buy new skincare products and follow a regular skincare routine, which worked well for me. I didn't have to experiment or change my skincare products even once because it was the perfect fit for me and worked extremely well. I use the same products till this day. I stopped getting acne around the time I turned 16, and I still barely get any. My skin remains clear and glowing most of the time. Sometimes I just wash my face with water and forget to do my skincare routine, but I still don't get acne. I did the same thing to improve the way I looked. I made a Pinterest board with pretty-looking models and looked at it regularly. I didn't have a particular person in mind whose looks or face I wanted to have, I just wanted to look like a better version of me. I simply chose the models based on the kind of vibe I was looking for, sharp model-like features, brunette, without trying to manifest looking exactly like them. I also love looking at myself in the mirror, admiring the way I look when I look my best. That is after I take a shower and put my hair down after a blowout, and when I do a little bit of makeup before going outside. It really boosts my self-confidence and the way I feel about myself. Doesn't hurt that the positive thinking and self-admiration helps with my manifestation too. This coupled with regular face yoga made a big difference in my looks, which is visible. Face yoga also acted as a placebo. I get compliments about how my face looks more chiseled and how my eyes are pretty. I just wanted to share my story and hope I can help some of you who are manifesting an SP, especially an X, back in their life. Note that these are the methods and techniques that worked for me, and feel free to use some of the affirmations that I used, which can be found at the end. Quick backstory: my ex and I were together for 4 years, and then I decided to almost break up with him because I found out that he kind of cheated on me, and I kept asking myself if I deserve him, blah blah blah, but I actually stayed for him when that happened. The real reason why I broke up with him is that I was telling myself that I'm emotionally unavailable for him because of what he did, and also I kind of liked another guy, who has the same personality as my ex, and I also just saw my in him. So, I decided that we should break up and told him I have to heal myself first, and for the first few months, he was really chasing me, but then after some time, he wanted no contact and I was devastated during those times. I was crying almost every day, and I really wanted him back because I know and feel deep down it should really be him. Guys, we can really get whatever and whoever we want. How I discovered manifesting. So what happened was I was scrolling through TikTok and I saw this creator telling how to make someone miss you, etc. Then after some videos I saw a video about law of assumption and law of thought transmission. I watched almost every video I saw and learned about revision, persisting, affirmations, SATs, visualization, subliminals, and many other concepts related to manifesting. How I manifested my ex. I first tried affirmations such as I am loved, I am wanted, I am chosen. However, repeating these with a broken heart made it harder to actually feel the affirmations. So what I did was I actually just let myself cry until I got tired of my own, and then that's when I was ready to affirm and really help myself through persisting. Every morning I would start my day by saying I'm grateful that I'm now in a loving, committed relationship with my SP. I would also write down in my journal things I'm grateful for in the present tense even if it is not yet in my 3D. I continued this for about 2 months, and also I did some mirror work, just to actually boost my self-concept, and it was actually fun, seeing my small manifestations come true. When I see angel numbers and synchronicities, I would tell myself some affirmations that felt right in the moment and also say that my manifestation is already here. Revision and law of assumption. What helped me the most is revision. Because I really hate the old story, what I did was revise that he stayed for me and chose me. He told me that he would like us to figure us out together, and that I'm really the love of his life and he cannot live without me. I just revised the old story for like 1 to 2 times, and when my conscious mind suddenly brings the old story back, I would tell myself, no, that's not what happened. He stayed for me and chose me, he loves me unconditionally. For law of assumption, whenever I think of him I would say to myself, oh, he's thinking about me right now and is missing me, he's messaging me right now. Whenever I think of him and felt anxious because I know it's hard to believe in something you don't see, but I really believed in my power, and I would just know and feel that everything is always working in my favor behind the 3D. The day I manifested my ex, well now boyfriend, back, it was a normal day for me. I got up and went to school, and when I came back home, he was there waiting for me. I visualized him a few times waiting for me, and then finally it happened. He told me that he was waiting for me, and he wanted to talk to me. He was trying to message me, but I wasn't replying. It was because I was driving and my phone was out of battery. So yeah, we talked, and then he said some of the affirmations I was telling myself, like, it's only you who I really want, no one compares to you, I want you and only you. Hearing these words from him really made me happy, but in the back of my mind, I was really amazed of how I did all these, how I made all of these happen. Now we're both happily in love with each other, and we both know we're each other's first and last love. Some affirmations I used. I do this as my mirror work also. I am unconditionally loved. I am always chosen. I am wanted. I am love. I always get what I want. I am the love of his life. I am his everything. I am irreplaceable. I am irresistible. I am literally a goddess, and no one compares to me. I am one of one, I'm the only one. I deserve the love that I want. I am the love of my life, I'm the love of his life. I am deserving and worthy. I am worth it, I am the only and best option. Good luck on manifesting your SPs. Just keep persisting until it shows in your 3D, it has no other choice but to come up in our 3D. Also make sure you believe in your imagination and visualizations and really think from it. I will also add that our emotions cannot mess up our manifestations. There is no reason for us to suppress our emotions because after all, we're still humans learning how to live and use our powers. I love you all, happy manifesting. A few months ago, I bought myself a car. Before buying this car, I had a car that was a little older, and it did take me from A to B, but it wasn't what I wanted at all. So I decided to imagine myself in the car that I have now. I imagined myself in a Mustang at first, but decided I didn't really want it, as I feel I'm too young and dumb to handle that right now. But of course I know that I can have and achieve whatever I want. It just wasn't ideal for my situation at the moment. Instead of the Mustang, I decided I wanted something more reliable and also more suitable for my needs. I go to work, school, and do lots of driving. I specifically imagined the digital gauge cluster this car has. I imagined myself opening the sunroof and feeling the fresh air coming through it. I imagined the sound of the seatbelt chime. I imagined filling up the car and getting crazy mileage. I imagined the smooth driving of the car. I had a smile on my face every time I imagined this because it all felt so real, and I knew it was coming very soon. One thing I will say is that I wanted the manual version of this car, but I don't know how to drive manual. So I decided I'd just get the automatic instead, but that it would still be everything I wanted. Soon after I began imagining myself in my new car, My old car started to break down very frequently and in weird ways. I'm talking every other day and week. All things unrelated to each other, and one after another. Yes, it was older, but the things that were breaking were things that had either been already replaced, already repaired, or just stupid little things. The car wasn't really unreliable until about 2 weeks into imagining the new car. So I went car shopping, and the first dealer site I went on had the exact model, color, type and brand I had imagined. It drove perfectly, everything happened exactly how I imagined it. I bought the car and I'm really happy about it. But I'd also like to say that when manifesting, you should go big. I didn't have enough money at the time to make the down payment, but I had people helping me and I didn't even have to pay them back. I also imagined for this to happen during the 2 days I was waiting for my info to go through, and blah blah blah. Anything is possible as long as you keep at it and imagine with intensity and emotion. Remember that you don't have to be or feel perfect all the time. It's all about the state you hold within and the story you present to yourself.